Final Fantasy Tactics is just around the corner, and there are several different editions on offer for this beloved entry in the franchise. Today we're going to be looking at those editions, comparing them, and talking about which of them is worth your money. But before we jump into that, it is important for you to know some key details about the game, especially if you're a new player into this side of the Final Fantasy franchise. So firstly, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, is what is known as an expanded remaster, and is going to release on the 30th of September on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Switch 1 and 2, the Xbox Series S and X, and Windows PC. This remaster includes a new updated version of the script and story, while also offering additional gameplay changes, including features such as an easier difficulty, fields of visibility settings, updated graphics, and a personal favorite, full voice acting in English and Japanese languages. Now, if you don't already know, the Ivalice Chronicles is not the first time new features were added to the game, as they released a PSP version of Tactics called the War of Lions. This edition added a whole heap of changes, including new in-game cutscenes, new characters, multiplayer, widescreen support, new items and jobs which are like classes and full motion videos, but did include full voice acting in the English versions due to the cinematic cutscenes. However, this has also caused some controversy in the community due to the Ivalice Chronicles only focusing on the older version of the game and does not include any of the content that came with the War of the Lions. Now that you know what content comes with the game, it is also important to take note of pre-order bonuses. There are multiple different items on offer depending on if you pre-ordered the game digitally or physically. Firstly, if you pre-ordered the game physically, you may find you get yourself a double-sided poster. Now, I can't find much information about which retailers offer this as it differs per country, but from what I can tell, Amazon is the go-to place for those of you who want this. The poster itself offers a view of different character art on one side and a flowchart tree of the different jobs available in the game, which personally I think looks quite good. I think a few of you will be very happy placing this on a wall as you play the game. For everyone who pre-orders the game, you will also get a bundle of in-game goodies. The first item you get is 10 high potions. These are a better version of regular healing potions and is helpful when starting the game, as this allows you to heal for more than regular potions, making survival a bit easier in the long run. Now, you then get 10 either items as well, which will also restore MP to one character, allowing you to cast more spells during combat. Also very helpful to those of you who are starting out. There are also some different pieces of equipment on offer too, such as the spiked boots accessory. These will increase the wearer's jump attributes while equipped. They also offer a weapon called the Mithril Knife, which I believe is actually quite terrible but somewhat better than the starting gear, so it gives you a tiny bit of a boost in the beginning of the game. Then lastly, as part of this bundle, you are also given some white equipment for Ramza. Now this worked purely as cosmetics, as it has been stated that you can equip Ramza's alternative colors by going to his status screen under the unit section of the main menu. Now don't worry if you didn't pre-order the game or don't want to pre-order the game, you most likely won't be missing out, as they do also state on stores such as Steam that certain bonuses may be obtained by playing through the game, and also that bonus items may be distributed to players or made available for purchase at a later date. Which, let's be honest, they'll always find a reason to sell more things to you, so it's a safe bet to assume that this will be purchasable at some point, if not already. Now it's time to move on to the actual editions of the game. The first being the Standard Edition. Here you only get the base game and the pre-order bonuses that we have already discussed. I would highly recommend this edition for everyone who is happy just playing the story and doesn't want to pay more for items due to the fear of missing out. I say this because the other editions of Final Fantasy Tactics only offers more in-game items and a variety of physical goodies, which newcomers to the franchise or game won't really benefit from, especially if you are looking to get the most out of your money. The Deluxe Edition, on the other hand, comes with the base game and previously mentioned pre-order goodies, but here we get several in-game goodies that do influence the game. But before we get into those game-changing items, I do want to mention that in the Deluxe Edition, you will get a further 2 alternate colors for Ramza, and this time instead of being white, you get a black equipment and red equipment set for those of you that want the extra customization. Now for the items that can impact the game, firstly you get 10 Phoenix Down items. If you're unfamiliar, Phoenix Down is an item that can revive any unit of your squad that has been defeated, so essentially it is just a revive item. Up next is the equipable gear. The first being the Academy Blade weapon, which raises a unit's speed attribute slightly when it is equipped. We also have the Academy Beret, which will prevent charmed status while equipped, This is a big help as charm will make your units see enemies as friendly and friendlies as enemies, which can be quite an issue depending on the battle. We also then have some accessories, the first being the Academy Tunic Combat Garb, which grants shell while equipped. This will then reduce damage taken by magical damage, which is helpful. The last item, however, is the Ring of Aptitude. This will increase any JP you earn while the ring is equipped. JP here stands for job points and allows you to use more combos during combat, which is a fantastic way to deal with harder enemies. Overall though, I would say this edition is perfect for those of you who have a bit of additional money that you can spend and really want the black or red cosmetics, while also having an easier time at the start of the game due to the item boosts. Don't worry though, if you are someone who just wants to pick up the standard edition, you will most likely be able to upgrade later, as these items won't really change your gameplay or the story of the game at all. We then have the biggest edition that the most die-hard fans will really appreciate. This is the Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles Collector's Box, and this edition is hefty. First, let's talk about this special art box. This is a box that they have taken the time to craft and feature different illustrations of characters on the front of the box, and also includes a world map in the background. They say that this is printed on high quality matte textured paper, which is nice because you really want it to feel like a premium product. We then have the figure of Ramza itself. It features him wearing his Royal Academy outfit and comes with a display base and had a lot of detail, which is nice. Also, it's good to see that it's planted firmly on 2 feet rather than being able to break due to its own weight over time. I sadly haven't managed to find any information regarding height or weight of it, but it does look like a good premium item. We then have a set of 3 different mini Chocobo plushes. These come in the iconic yellow, red, as well as black. They do say that you can display these plushes or use them as bag charms, as you can use the elastic loops that come attached, which is actually a really good travel accessory for fans of the game or franchise. We then also get the 12 Zodiac Stones magnets. These are made from acrylic and features a magnetic backing. What's nice about these is that each stone is meant to be translucent, which adds to that magical feel of these items. I think it's good that they came up with a way to use them, rather than just being 12 small paperweights. You then get a pop-up art book for the outlying church. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of this item, but it does feature a pop-up scene of the church and grassy fields. I just don't like how empty this feels due to only featuring the church, but I do give them credit for trying to be creative with items like this. Then finally we have the set of 3 art sheets. These are printed on glossy polypropylene to help feel more premium, and they say that these are great for framing and being put on display. The artwork printed here is the protagonist Ramza, the game's key visual artwork, which is nice, and a copy of the world map. Overall, not bad at all. I quite like displaying art sheets like this, and the artwork they decided on is well thought out. This edition is mainly for die-hard fans because for a lot of you, you're choosing to buy this edition for the collectible items. I say that with confidence because the only version of this available does not actually include a copy of the game, so you will still need to buy the game on top of this. There was a bundle with the game that has since sold out, unfortunately. If you are someone who wants the collectibles, then this is perfect for you, but if you just want the game, then obviously the standard or deluxe editions are the best worth for your money. Let's do a quick recap of features and the prices of each edition. First, we have the standard edition of the game. This comes in at $50 and only offers the base game. Honestly though, this edition really does offer the most value if you just want to experience the game and the story, as you don't need the deluxe edition items or cosmetics or any of the collectibles from the collector's box. The deluxe edition on the other hand offers the base game, 2 extra color variations for Ramza, and several in-game items that can give you a bit of a boost at the start of the game. It costs $60, which is only $10 more than the base game, and is perfect for those of you who have expendable income or really want the cosmetics. All the other items will eventually be replaced or earned in-game, so it feels like you'd be spending $5 per color for Ramza, and you can only use 1 at a time. The collector's box will then cost $200 without a copy of the game, but does feature a wide variety of collectibles, with the key ones being the figure of Ramza and the Chocobo mini plush set. Honestly, all other items feel a bit more insignificant compared to those two, but are nice to get when spending $200 on a collector's edition. At least Square Enix went out of their way here to make it feel like you're buying premium items in a premium edition, perfect for those of you who really want 2 or more of these items at least. So just to drive the point home when it comes to value, the standard edition is honestly the best value you can get if you're looking to just experience the game and story. You can't get a better deal on price if you're just going to play it once and move on. The deluxe edition, however, is only $10 more, but honestly, for items that give you a bit of a boost and will be replaced quickly, I just can't shake the feeling that you'd be paying $5 per color for Ramza, making it the edition I recommend the least. The collector's box, on the other hand, did catch me off. I do like how they actually tried to be unique with the items on offer, and everything looks premium. Of course, we don't know how well the quality of these items will be until it is released, but I am pleased with what we can see online. I'd recommend you only get this edition, however, if you are a die-hard fan of the franchise or game and really want 2 or more items from the collector's edition. I say this as spending $200 to get one item that you want is just not worth it in the long run. Personally for me, I am most likely going to be skipping the launch of Final Fantasy Tactics due to all the other releases happening around the same time of launch. But if I were to pick up a copy of the game later, I would choose the standard edition. As much as I love Final Fantasy, I don't need any of the items in the collector's box, nor do I need or feel like I'm missing out on any items in the deluxe edition. For me, I'd play the story and enjoy the time I had with the game before moving on. The standard edition just has too much value compared to other editions of the game, but what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below if you're going for the standard, deluxe or collector's box of Final Fantasy Tactics, and if this video did help, please like the video and subscribe, as next time we'll be breaking down the editions for Digimon Story Time Stranger. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next time.